Hi, Fionn. Do the obligatory. Let's just wait for some people to join. We are here. I see you. I see you. Hopefully, Autumn will magically appear in here any moment now. I hope. Autumn declined my invitation. Thank you. Thank you very much. I brushed my hair today. Here she is. I hope. Hi. I actually can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I
Yeah.
can hear you now. Oh, I had like a dreaded like Teams moment then. Like, have you got yourself on mute?
No, it's on my phone today, not my computer.
No problem. Hello, everybody that's joined so far. She is now unmuted, so we can hear her, which is super exciting.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it's just a stream of flirtatious compliments. Cool. We'll give it a minute or two and then we'll make a proper start, everybody. So, everyone, get yourself a cuppa, get yourself water, whatever it is you'd like to do. Get yourself something and we'll make a start. Hello, hello, hello. Autumn seems to have frozen slightly for a moment. So, we'll wait until she is moving again.
Right, something wrong with my phone.
You're moving again, which is brilliant.
Oh, there we go. Well,
Cool. Is Autumn back for everybody, guys? She's back for me. Someone speak out to us. Ah, she is back. Fantastic. So, welcome everybody to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, even though pretty much everybody does, I am Shelf Induced Chaos, L, and welcome to my and Autumn's live today. Today, we're going to be talking predominantly about Autumn and Autumn's upcoming. Can I share this cover, Autumn? Upcoming book, Fury of the Bound. Everyone, soak that in. Soak in the colours, soak in the aesthetics, soak in the beauty. So, Autumn, is this the first live you've ever done?
yeah, it is.
It's. And how are you feeling about it?
Wet victim. Ah, yeah.
Awesome. And thank you everybody for turning up and supporting us. So, for a little bit of information, me and Autumn know each other kind of just really from the bookish world. We met on here, our relationship bloomed on here, we're in the same book club, and she kindly selected me for the opportunity to share in reading her book before it goes out to the world, along with some other ladies who we're going to talk about later. So, if you're ready, Autumn, I will start by diving into some of the questions that I have written for you.
Go on then.
I promise it's not nothing too scary. So, our first question is really just about when the idea for the book came about. So, when did the idea for this book first sneak up on you, really? Was it kind of a lightning bolt moment, or was it more of just like a slow simmering thought that built?
It was more of a lightning bolt moment. I knew I wanted to write a book, but for the life of me, I couldn't think what I wanted to write. And then I was just watching Supernatural,
Of course.
and I don't know if anyone's watched it, with the bit where Dean's um, in his car and he does that maneuver or whatever. I think I showed the video the other day.
That
That one.
sexy kind of reverse, like no looking, wheel spinning
Yeah.
move.
And I was just like, is it? It just came to my head, and yeah, I was like, I need hunters and then witches and vampires, the whole lot.
Jade's just said the hottest scene ever, and we agree with that.
Yeah.
We absolutely agree with that. Well, thank you very much. Which moves me on to question number two, which you know I'm a chaotic soul. We've kind of gone from one direction straight to a different one, but there's a method to the madness. So, my second question is, what's your current writing snack of choice? And how ashamed are you of how much of it you've consumed during your writing process?
To be fair, I need to be in a certain mood depending on what snack. I have gone through a lot of Pringles and, and a lot of coffee. So much coffee.
Okay, but what flavour Pringles specifically?
Oh.
Prawn cocktail. That actually blew my mind, to be honest. Like when but I was thinking maybe like salt and vinegar or maybe like a barbecue, but she's gone straight in for the prawn cocktail.
Love it.
Fantastic. Right, girls, people in the comments, let us know your favourite Pringles flavour. I can see a lot of people agreeing with us on Pringles being an elite snack here. But I feel like I'm getting to a stage in my life where my hands are so fat I can't even fit them down the tube anymore. So I kind of just paw. That looked a bit dodgy, didn't it? Courtney will be loving that. Courtney will love that pose. I
Yeah.
just can see it now. That's going to be photoshopped later. Fantastic.
No, I do like barbecue. I do like barbecue.
Yeah, I think we all have a place in our heart for the barbecue Pringle. And this is why we are all friends.
That's actually my friend from home. One.
Oh, well, welcome. What's your friend from home called?
Okay.
Welcome. Join the crew. Okay, so let's move on to question three. And I know you're probably going to have a little bit of a mini breakdown when you're thinking of this one, but it's fine. We'll get through it together. So, question three, if you had to describe your book in three vibes rather than genres, what would the vibes be?
Would you say dark? It can be dark. It does get dark throughout. Smutty,
Love that.
and magical.
Dark,
Yeah.
smutty, and magical. It sounds like my kind of book, if
Oh
I'm
yeah,
going to.
it's my favourite.
And for any of our ARC readers in the group, I would love for you guys to answer that question too in the comments. So, from your perspective as a reader so far, what three vibes are you putting this book down to? So, if you can answer in the comments as we go, that'd be great for us to see as well. Lauren, my three fave words: dark, smutty, and magical. Love it. So, let's see what people are chattering on about. I know Courtney's going to say something inappropriate. I didn't even scroll up to that.
Oh, God. Hot,
Jane,
hot, hot.
I tap out and I know it's enough when I can't reach anymore. Three girls. Love this. I
Oh.
love this. Welcome, Kerry's at Smash, Gagged and Hot. Wow. Spicy, sexy, and mystical. Fantastic. So, for all of you that aren't in the art group, no, basically, you'll have to buy it when it comes out and find out for yourself. So, let's move on to question 4. Hi, Kerry's saying, hey, sexy ladies, hi. So, this is probably one of those kind of questions that I think is a little bit like heavy sounding. So I hope it didn't feel too heavy when you're trying to answer it. So, what are you trying to say with this book? Even if it's something you've only just realised yourself, is there a message for you?
Um, I've actually figured out that it's what I want to do. Like,
Yeah.
right, um, fantasy is my genre. Like, I just love creating a whole new world, and no one can tell me you can't write that, you can't do this. It's like it's my world, it's magic. Do what I want really, and I just love writing about it really, and I want to do more.
I love that. I think as someone that's read some of your work, I would say that writing is definitely a career choice that you should consider continuing with. Absolutely, considering it's your first kick out at writing as well. I would say I'm massively impressed by it, the style, the
Yeah,
thought process, the world building, and I would say that fantasy is probably one of the harder genres to write, let alone start with. So
yeah,
massive props to you
yeah.
just for that. So, obviously,
Mhm.
this is the first in a series,
It is.
correct?
Yeah, it is.
How many books have you mapped out so far? Are we allowed to know that?
Yeah, there is three in this one, and
Fantastic.
because it is different realms, they will be interconnected books, and I've already got another one in my mind to do after this one as well.
Fantastic. And will that be sort of a sideline to this series or is it something entirely different?
It's a bit of both. You might see the odd character in the new one, but it's a completely different story and different.
Oh, okay. And also ADHD, can I just wind back to when you were saying about, it's my whole world. I am now just singing a whole new world in my head, just on a loop continuously. I don't know if anyone else is in the chat or if it's just me. That is totally strange. Um, but I love that and I can't wait to see what comes next, to be totally honest. This is such a news flash, says Courtney. She's jealous because I'm getting all of the info first. Mwah. Right, so let's move you on to question number 5. And hello to our recent joiners as well. Welcome. I see a few people on there that I know and recognise. So, this one is a bit of a deeper question, I suppose, because I think, again, like I said, writing fantasy is probably one of the most difficult genres to even consider writing, especially as your first book. So, I was just wondering was there any moments that you wanted to give up? And if there were, what pulled you back from that?
I didn't really. I wanted to give up. You were like, is it good enough? At the moment, especially because obviously you see other. I follow a lot of other indie authors that are doing well, and I read the books, and I'm like, is mine as good as none? But then, obviously, you lot in the group, everyone that I've made friends with on here, Beck from my home, and my husband, they've definitely all helped me. So yeah, I
Yeah,
think it just really helps having people with you on the journey. So
yeah. Having a tribe, so to speak.
yeah,
And obviously rewatching that video of Jen's knuckles a
oh,
hundred times on those hard days.
yeah,
He's who
got
I'm writing this for.
it. Yeah, so yeah,
No, you're doing amazingly, and from my perspective, and I'm sure a couple of the girls will agree with this. when we see your like word count going up and you're posting in those little screenshots and the little treats for us, it's just that it's like that moment of parental pride almost that I think we all feel for you. It's like you're just hitting that, next step every time. And I think as well, considering that you're a parent and you're working and you've got all of these other elements in your life, the dedication and the discipline that you put to your craft is also super, super impressive. I've been messaging you super late on a night and you're like, I'm just writing, I've got this, I've got that, I've got my snacks, I've got my Jensen pictures in the background, whatever. I'm watching Supernatural. But that level of dedication and discipline, I think, is really important. And I remember someone said to me a while ago that it's not about motivation, it's about discipline, because those
Yeah,
are actually two really different things. So would you agree with that statement?
definitely. Definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Awesome. So let's look at question 6, and then we're going to have a little break where I'm going to ask you a little bit more about the book, and then we'll do the not the Jensen photos. See, we all know about the photos. We all know. So, question 6 is, what does success look like for you as an indie author?
Mainly seeing people enjoy my book, tagging me in like the quotes and what the favourite bits are, just seeing it out there,
Yeah,
really. And hopefully, eventually, if it does happen, go to like book events and just see it come into life. I'm
yeah.
excited for that. That's my favourite.
Having your Rebecca Yaros moment.
One day.
Yeah. It's getting picked up by Amazon Prime. Don't, can I just say one thing? If this goes like, which I think it will, like New York Times bestseller, like someone wants to make a TV show out of it, do not go with Amazon Prime because they just have a reputation for ruining TV shows. I cannot talk about what they did to Lord of the Rings.
I'm
I
not watching.
can't talk about it. So can we maybe choose Netflix or something? Can we all just agree that now? Yeah?
HBO. HBO.
HBO. Well, they made True Blood, so I actually think I'm on board with that. That's a good choice. HBO's a good one. Game of Thrones, apart from the last couple of seasons, which we just won't talk about. But yeah, I think we can safely assume we'll go with those. And the girls are agreeing as well. So I think that's a good decision. So can I ask you just to tell us now, because there's some people on the live that aren't in our group, that aren't on the ARC team or anything like that. Can you just tell us a little bit about the book, a little bit about what it's about, just for people that might have not spoken to you or understand any of this really?
Right, so we've got the Witch Realm, we've got hunters, and the main character is a witch who is on the run. And you've got dragons, you've
Oh,
got dragons, um, and it is why choose. So we do have 4 men that you know,
have we got a bit of like a reverse harem situation going on here?
4 guys. Um, 3 of them are hunters, and the other one is a blood mage.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and you've got all different other realms. You've got like your vampire realm and your shifter realm,
Yeah.
and there's a few plots in it.
Can I just say, put me in a rocket and just shoot me straight into the vampire realm?
Well, I wouldn't with the current leader in the vampire.
Maybe not. But I
Maybe,
mean,
but
I can change them.
yeah, maybe.
Every Bookstagram girlie's biggest problem, thinking we can change all of these MMCs.
I love him. I love him. Well, what's Courtney said? Does she get done by all of them at the same time? Mm, not in the first book. Not in the first.
Oh, so the door is
It
open.
is open. There will be in one of the books. It's not the first one, but there may be. a threesome in this one. So yeah.
Well, heard it here first, girls. There may be a threesome in this. Why choose, am I right? Let's have a look at some of the comments that we've got coming through here, and I'll try not to point my nostrils directly in the camera. So we have Bookish Brit. I can already see you at your signing booth. I would agree with that. We have Courtney. It's going to happen. Let's manifest it. Netflix or HBO. Agree. We've got Rebecca Reed. I agree, Bex. Yes. We're boycotting Amazon Video. Yes, Kerry, we are. Absolutely. Get in the bin. What else have we got down here? I think it depends on who directs it and how much control the author has over the series and the scripting. That's actually a really good question. If we made this into a TV show, would you want quite executive control over things like this?
I would, just because I don't know if any of you have read and watched After,
Yeah,
and they completely ruined that. And I
yeah,
don't think they had a lot of involvement at all in it.
yeah.
So
Sometimes it's like, why do they not just stick to the source material? Like, life would be so much easier for everybody if they just stuck to the source material. Well, I mean, we've seen big stars kind of walk away from things, haven't we? Like, look at Henry Cavill. He walked away from The Witcher because they just refused to stay true to the material, and he was like, well, no, like it's not authentic to me anymore. So, at least we have actors and things like that across Hollywood that do sort of want to stick to their guns with stuff like that. What else have we got? Why choose baby? Give it to me. I agree. I do agree. We've got lots of excited eyes. Someone said, "Say, it's Courtney. Same, it ends with us. They ruined the book. They ruined that book by making the film." Yeah, a few people have said that. Um, Lots of excited love heart eyes and people just wanting to know. Oh, big question. If you did get to a point of turning your baby into a short or a film, who would you cast as your main character?
it's really hard. Who would I cast? I'm really bad at like actor names. So, anyone who is young or with white hair, uh, that's a really hard question.
Do you want to think and we'll circle back to it?
Think
Yeah?
about it. Yeah.
We'll circle back. So, question 7, which is probably a nightmare one to give you right now, considering it's the one I think you were possibly struggling with when I was prepping you. So, probably a bad idea. Yeah, we are waiting for Jensen Ackles to be cast. Even if by the time it gets picked up by somebody, Jensen is like 60, we'll still have him. Like, can we please just agree? Fantastic. So, which fictional character from another book would totally get on with your protagonist?
Hmm. Got a few in mind, but I don't know if any of you know the book.
Give it to us, someone will know.
So we've got by Ashley and Rosbeck, well, Creamy, the Wixit series. The
Yeah?
girl Toshilo, I
Yeah?
think she was on it. Um, there's another one called 82 Street Vandals. There's like 10 books,
Yeah?
and I think she could do it as well.
Yeah?
Maybe a
Fantastic.
bit of Violet from Fourth Wing.
Oh, okay, like kind of strong from the ashes FMC kind of situation.
Yeah, very strong.
Oh, I love this. Do you know who I also think she might get on with? There's a couple that I had in mind. One, Courtney has said the exact same as me. Diana from the Book of Asriel. And yes, guys, I'm talking about the Book of Asriel again.
Yeah,
It's
she's
never going to end.
yeah. Oh yeah, she would. Yeah.
And then for our Zodiac Academy fans, I do think that she would get on pretty well with Darcy.
To be fair, I've not. read that one. I have read Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac, which I
Yeah.
love, and I do think she'd actually get on with the FMC in that. And I forgot her name. I've read it like 3 times. And I can't
Someone give us a name.
remember. What is it? Oh, I can't remember. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. I think one of her nicknames in it is a little monster from one of the guys, but I can't remember her name. Bob.
Oh, thanks, Courtney. Thanks for the support. It's not Tory. It wouldn't be Tory, would it?
Does it begin with an E? Is it Elise or something?
Do you know, I've only read the Zodiac side. I've not read the other side. We'll meet in the middle. We'll read that. We'll swap, and we'll come back to you all with the answer in about 10 years when we get through our TBR, guys. So, question 8. Picture this: it's a rainy day. You've got a big comfy hoodie on, a cup of coffee or
Yeah,
tea, probably coffee, knowing you, because you love your coffee. What book are you curling up on the sofa with, and why?
I did put down Rufus Boys because I have read that 3 times and it's one that I love going back to. And I love Fourth Wing. Like I would love to read Fourth Wing again.
Yeah,
And anything by Gillian West. I do like Omega Alpha stories, obviously, with like the not in.
let's not talk about the not in. Is Emily? I wonder if Emily reads on this live, because she will have something to say about this if she is. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about knotting at some other juncture. For those that don't know what knotting is, I'll have Autumn describe that at the end of this live for you, because I think it would be an appropriate way to end the live. Um, so we will do that.
um,
And how about a bookish unpopular opinion? Is there anything that is massively popular that you are just like, I don't get it?
Anything to do with books or
Let's do books. Is there a book that's like massively popular that you're just like, I just don't get it?
um, there is a series only because I don't want to read something that I know that's just going to make me cry. And how do you pronounce it? The Boys of
The
Tommen.
Boys of Oh, now you are gonna get us banned
I
and
know.
kicked off Instagram for saying that. But I actually haven't read The Boys of Tommen. It is on my TBR. I'll be starting the first book this month, I hope. But yeah, I have heard that it absolutely destroys you. And I'm not going to leave you out here on a paddle all by yourself, Autumn, and I will share my bookish unpopular opinion. And I will try again, guys, but I'm going to say it, powerless.
Yeah,
Just didn't get the hype.
that's
It,
another
it,
one.
it felt like I was struggling. I can't lie. Um, but I have promised that I will try again, and I will keep to that promise, because too many people that I love seem to love it, so I need to
Yeah.
have a go at it. So, question 9. I would love to know one line from your book that you're happy to share with us that you really love.
There's a lot. And I think this one I've actually put up on my Instagram at some point. Um, from Ravina saying, I would do anything for them, even if it means stepping out of the dark and facing the very monster who tore my life apart. I do like that one.
I love that one.
What she's gone through and
Yeah.
what she's going to do.
And also, can I just comment and say that I feel like, because you're a mum as well, that line hits me a little bit harder as
Yeah,
well.
it
I
does.
think I feel like you were speaking also to your family when you wrote that line.
Yeah. You would do anything for the people that you love.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, how many people's heads have I threatened to bounce off car bonnets for just our book club? I mean, you know. I love you all so much. See, we're getting some comments there. That quote had me holding my breath. That's such a beautiful and powerful quote. Can connect to that so much. All the things about me. Yeah, I agree. I can connect to that one massively. That should be the banner. That should be
Yeah,
the headline.
I do. It came up with that like well, like I know I want it in the book,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's one of my favourites. I do like quite a few from Malric. A few of you know what Malric is like. So
yeah.
I do like he's unhinged.
Is there
So
any of those that you could share with us, just cheekily? Can I be naughty and ask?
I have it on top of my head. I know there's a few in a monologue saying that basically she's going to be his wife
Yeah.
completely. Um, but there was one that I put up on my Instagram the other day. I can't quite remember what it is now, but it was one of my, my recent ones. But if I could remember all the stuff I put down, I would have passed my exams in high school. But yeah.
I also love, by the way, that that quote you actually wrote that and then kind of fitted that into the story somewhere. I love that you sort of had that idea. And are you one of those people you'll have these like random thoughts at like 3 in the morning? You go, oh my god, I've got to write that down before I forget.
Last night I didn't get to sleep till about 4 o'clock in the morning because I was just so warm. And then I thought of like another little like, plot to do with one of the MCs.
Yeah.
So I put that down all on the phone to include. So it's like I could be lying there and it comes in my mind and I'm like, oh, gotta do that, do that. Like the other day when I said that I've got another series in mind connected to it, I was only running a bath at kids and then it just all
Hit you.
yeah. Well, so I need to get that
Like we
down.
need to like invest in some cloud storage for your brain, I think, so you can just like shoot these ideas out somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so question 10
Mhm.
is where can people follow your journey? Because I want to point people towards where they can keep an eye on things, follow the journey, and how can we support you as you finish this book?
Well, I've got my Instagram. I post a lot of my little sneak peeks and whatnot. I set up a TikTok, um, which is it's all connected on Instagram. So my TikTok's on there. I've got an email to that I've set up, which I will eventually be posting like sneak peeks on there and updates for the upcoming book and whatnot. And eventually I will be setting up a Facebook group as well for it.
Fantastic. And can I ask, do have you got a little blurb anywhere?
You have a blurb? Yeah, it's on my Instagram, my blurb.
Can I cheekily ask you to read that out for the class?
Um,
Or would you like me to find it and read it out to the class?
and I'll accidentally go off and I don't have anything with me.
Here, but see, I am a Boy Scout, you see.
So,
Always coming prepared. I'm just going to read a couple of bits here for people. The music in the background playing there. So, we have one of our Teaser Tuesday posts that I found here, which is one of my. Connie, Ellie's on it. Have one of my favourite. She doesn't need to hide the darkest part of her. Not from me. I crave it. It's the part that mirrors my own madness, the part that tells me she was made for a monster like me.
the Malric one.
That is one of the Malric ones. I'm looking for more now because I'm just getting excited now. Bear with. Bear with.
Someone said, "Are you two twins?" What about us two?
Oh, do we look similar? Do you think?
Yeah. We were like, we had the same glasses nearly.
We literally do pretty much have the same glasses nearly. But I love that for us.
Oh,
I love that. Oh dear. Gonna have to read this one.
was it?
Gonna have to read this one, guys. So, I wanted her to tell me I'm a good boy with that beautiful smile. Hell, maybe even with a collar around my neck.
Oh yeah.
I looked up at her from my knees, voice raw and honest. Cherry, I want you to sit on my face and ride me until I can't breathe. Tell me I'm your good boy. Use me.
Yes. Oh,
Autumn's like, why does she have to find the spiciest lines to read on the live?
I know. Oh,
Is it hot in here?
no.
Jinkies. Right, I actually have found the blurb now, so I am going to read the blurb. Everybody, simmer down, okay? That's the last spicy quote, maybe. Might do some more. So, here is our blurb, everybody. So, for those of us that are not on the ARC team, there's me just sly bragging again. You can read this on Autumn's Instagram, so I will read this for you now, but you can read this. Beth, fashionably late, but we knew it was going to always be this way with you, Beth. Can you agree to that, Autumn?
Definitely. She missed the book.
We knew that she wasn't going to be here at least 40 until 40 minutes late, and she did 37. So technically,
A bit
you're early,
early.
Beth. Anyway, so here we have the blurb, everybody. Ravenna has spent her life running, hiding from monsters, from the darkness inside her, and from the vampire king who's wanted her since birth. See, my problem with that is I would just be like, straight in there. I'd be the book over in 2 seconds. When she saves a wounded dragon, thought to be extinct, everything changes. Enemies she spent years evading are closing in, some wanting her dead, others desperate to control her. 3 vampire hunters crash into her life: Ronan, the gentle one who wants to heal her heart; Kieran, tortured and convinced he doesn't deserve love; Darian, who swears he hates her but can't stop thinking about her. Then there's Malric, a blood mage assassin as dangerous as he is obsessive. With the Vampire King closing in, Ravenna realizes he's not the only one who wants her, and now everyone she cares about is in danger. As war brews and buried truths rise from the ashes, Ravenna must decide: keep running or fight for herself, the one she loves, and Velmar. Because some destinies aren't chosen, they're forged in fire and written in blood. Can we all just give that a round of applause, because that is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I will read some more cheeky quotes later, guys, but I also have prepared just a couple of kind of quick fire this or that questions for you, if that's okay.
Go on. See my
Okay.
brother.
Right, it's a little bit of a mixture. It's not all
Right.
bookish. Some of them are a little bit random. And guys, please also write your comments and answers in the comment section below. The first one is a classic, and it's: would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
One. Stuck. Yeah, one.
Just the one.
For one.
Okay, a horse-sized duck gives
Yeah.
me utter fear.
Why?
I feel like I'd have to go like loads of tiny horses, I think. I'd try and get them to be friends with me. Okay. Next, we next we have a couple of bookish ones. So, paperback or hardback? Ooh, paperback. Okay. Series or standalone?
Series. Depending what's on it.
Expand.
Fantasy, I do series.
Yeah. Anything else? Not as bothered.
Not too bothered.
Morning reader or night reader?
Night reader.
Annotate or keep pristine?
Keep the steam.
Enemies to lovers or friends to lovers? Hmm. Plot driven or character driven?
Character driven.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Especially like my preference is, I don't know about you, but I am a whore for multiple POVs.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love that like flick between different people, and I love to see how all of your different characters like view the same situation from their standpoint. Like
yeah.
I
I think
love that.
it's more like
Yeah. Fast pace or slow burn?
slow burn. Well, that depends, really. I do love slow burn. Fast burn in certain ones, like being if they've got mates. Fast
Yeah, like fated
burn.
mate, fated parents. Yeah. Well, you know me, I love a slow burn. Slower the better. My only exception to that
Mhm.
is when he falls first.
Yeah,
I love that like quick he falls first kind of situation. If that's the case, then I'll take a fast pace. Now, do you prefer to read indoors or outdoors?
indoor
Bed or sofa?
bed.
Oh.
Bed.
Okay, now we've got a couple of just kind of random ones for you. Chocolate or crisps? Well, I don't know why I even asked that one, considering we talked about Pringles for 10 minutes. Like, I don't know why I even asked. Um, uh, Vodka or gin?
Gin.
Oh.
Mm.
Hmm. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Oh, straight in there. Pizza or Chinese?
Chinese.
I don't know, I knew that. I kind of knew that already. I feel like, yeah, I knew that one. And then I have dystopian or fantasy. I knew the answer to that one already, but I just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or 20 minutes early forever?
20 minutes early.
Yeah, I'm a 20 minutes early gal. Yeah. So when me and Emily went out at the weekend, she was quite astounded by my obsession with timekeeping. Um, I have to be everywhere early or my life just falls into utter carnage and chaos. So yeah, I would agree with that. And then finally, because I've put you through the ringer already, only whisper or only shout for the rest of your life?
Whisper. Yeah,
Whisper.
like shouting would do my head
Yeah, I suppose if you shout, I suppose, yeah, there's two sides to that coin, isn't there? Because if you had to shout for the rest of your life, obviously you would do people's head in shouting. But then would you maybe do people's head in if you're whispering forever though, going like, people are like, what? What? What you saying?
in. Or both, to be fair. I'd probably give myself headache though with shouting.
Yeah, so my husband has this like ick that I obviously use against him on a regular basis, where he doesn't like people like whispering like directly into his ear. And I just always go up and I'm like, can we talk about conscience? Just like, and it sets him right off. And it's like, it's the most perfect thing ever. So, should we see if the guys in the comments have any questions for you? Have you got time for that?
Yeah, I've got plenty of
Yeah.
time.
Fantastic. So, viewers, fire away if any of you have any questions for Autumn. We'll give them a moment to manifest while I have a drink.
Sorry. Mm-mm.
It's funny actually because I actually have the book in front of me right now as well. Courtney, she's not going to answer that question.
Too far away.
Who would like to hear another quote while we think why they come up with some questions? Do you think they might want to hear another quote? So we have a sneak peek here, and it says, "Oh, Fionn, when's the book getting released?" She's asked.
It will be this year. I was aiming for summer, but it is looking more like autumn time now. But it is this year.
Autumn would be an appropriate release date because she called autumn anyway.
Very true.
So I think that would be fine. Then we have a question from Beth. I know the book is a why choose, but if you had to choose a man for you from the book, who would you pick and why?
Who would I pick? Probably Ronan. Maybe.
Why?
Um, I say Ronan, but I want to say Kieran. And that is just because he's an older guy, is the older one, but he has a lot of a complicated past.
Yeah.
And like deep, deep, deep down inside, he is a massive teddy bear once you get through
Yeah.
many layers. So yeah, I think Kieran.
So he is like the Shrek equivalent of the MMCs. He's like an onion.
Yeah, healing.
And I think we would all agree that we would all fall in love with Shrek. So I'm on board with that. He's obviously a lot hotter than Shrek, but to be fair, we all still love Shrek. I'm just going to point that out. And then we have a question from Courtney. If you could change one thing about your writing process, what would you change?
I don't know. Can I include just to have more time to write, like
Yeah.
by myself? I wish I didn't have a job and I were rich.
Yeah. I think we all share that dream.
Oh,
No, I wish that I also was rich and didn't have to work so that I could go to the gym for like 4 hours a day, be super hot, and then just read books for the remaining hours of the day.
yeah,
Yeah. I
but that
love
was
Beth. I love Beth piping up Shrek in human form. Yeah, I agree. I
oh,
agree. And then Jade has asked, what's one item other than your laptop that has been crucial to your writing process?
obviously my book. I've got a huge book full of all the stuff to do with the characters, the plot, um, all the stuff to do with like the politics and whatnot. If I didn't have that, then I wouldn't know what I were writing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that is like your go-to thought space.
yeah.
Fantastic. And also, can I just say that we have a bookish boyfriend on the live today. We have Mr. Shelf Induced Chaos has joined to support. So hello, darling. Um, he is always supportive of the book girlies and of our chat and of you, Autumn. So he's joined to show his support there. He'll have no questions about it because he won't have thought to even prepare one. But if everyone could say hello. Beth has asked, where did the inspiration for Raveena come from?
Hmm. To be fair, I don't really like weak FMCs, like very, very weak. Kind of like if you watch Vampire Diaries, Elena does my head in. Like,
Yeah,
help me, I'm better than everyone else.
yeah,
So yeah, I wanted one with a strong backbone, but she has a lot of like a dark past, a lot of struggles, but she's still kind-hearted.
yeah.
So So I just didn't want to.
You wanted some sort of epic FMC. You didn't want someone that needed a knight in shining armor. I like that it's a why choose as well, because it's also like adds an extra layer onto that like strong FMC. It's like, well, actually, like I'll do what I want and who I want, and like I'm okay with that. You impress me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. And someone just said, oh, it's Jade. Jade just said the perfect cocktail of everything, which kind of threw a question into my mind. If this book had a drink, an alcohol pairing, a cocktail, so to speak, what would it be?
Hmm. Sex on the beach.
Mm. Little umbrella, little bit of grenadine in there, some fruit. Fantastic. I love that. Porn on the rocks, of course. Oh, if this had a pairing of a crisp, Beth would like to know now. We've gone back to the whole crisp
So,
debate. Would it be Pringles?
Doritos.
Doritos. Would it like the spicy ones?
Flaming hot one.
Flaming hot. I love that. Jade, yeah, we know you weren't talking about the drink. Sweet chili sensations. Everyone's adding the 10 pence in now. So, can I also, while we've got you, just talk a little bit about microtropes? Can you do me a little bit of a favour and explain to the viewers what a microtrope is and why you decided to include them in your book? Because I know there was a point where you were a little bit like, oh, do I, don't I? And then I also have your microtropes up so I can take the group through them as well.
It took me a while to figure it out. I knew instantly. But then I think with the microtropes, I just try to take little bits from each character and a certain scene that I liked. So I thought I'll put that in there just to hint at it. And yeah, that was it really.
And
Oh,
do you think that's added something a little bit more special to the story?
definitely.
Yeah, it's almost like a little sexy scavenger hunt throughout the book. Yeah, to find it. So we have like our pierced and tattooed MMC, and we've got our powerful FMC, which we've talked about, on your knees. Act out favourite smut scenes, blood play, for those that are into that. Witches, hunters, blood, mages, magic, we've got everything. And it's a modern fantasy. And Bakes for Her, this one intrigues me, I have to say, because everything is so. It was like everything was so saucy, and then the bakes for me is so not to be a make a pun, but vanilla. But I kind of love that. So can you tell me a little bit about where that came from?
You'd think it's a bit of it is similar, but there is something that I added in the book that's a bit. It's related to Ronan, and he likes to bake, which he says a lot, and he brings Ravina baked goods. But there is a bit in the book where he wants to, let's say it,
I think you should say it, but
he wants to make a certain flavour cupcake from Ravina.
are we talking like a little bit kind of like Gwyneth Paltrow kind of goop situation here? Yeah. Okay. Pheromones. Into it. I'm into it. So we do have a couple more questions, and I was wondering, have you got time? Is that okay? Fantastic. So, Jade has asked if you've ever had writer's block, and if you did, what helped you out of that slump?
Mm, I had a bit of writer's block with how the first book was going to end a few times, to be fair. And what helped is I'd go on and on at Tom constantly. Shall I do this? Does this sound better? Shall we
Yeah,
do this? Shall we do that? I think I proper like talked his head off. And what he actually helped me with is he asked me like a billion questions, like to do like plot holes and stuff like why would they do that? Does
yeah,
that make sense? And honestly, doing that it helped a lot, and
yeah,
I know what I'm doing. I know how the first book's ending. I know how the second book starts and finishes. And I know how the third book starts and finishes. So
yeah. So it's good that you sort of had him there to like you say, sense check that for you, and be the brilliant bookish boyfriend husband that he needs to be. Like he signed up for it. Like this is what they sign up for when they sign up for a bookish girly, don't they? At the end of the day. No, I love that answer. And what's really interesting, I mean, I know we've talked in the past about like writing and thinking about writing and all of this sort. So, do you think it's really helped you sort of formulating how the books end before you kind of write the bulk of the story almost? Because I imagine if you don't do that, you can just think and think and think forever.
I did have a vague idea how I wanted it to end roughly. Like I'm still figuring out the like final chapter of the third one. Like I know how I roughly want it to end, but not how it will end with the characters. Like the is it the epilogue?
Yeah, yeah,
But I do know how I want it to end.
yeah,
But yeah, I definitely needed an ending and a rough idea of what I wanted to happen to lead to that. So
yeah. And then formulate, I suppose, like what the content of your next book's going to be, and then yeah. So I love that. No, it's a really really good question, and also a really good answer. So well done. We have one from Theon. It How did you come up with the cover of your book?
actually designed it with Tom. Like I gave him a few ideas of like what the book was going to be about and kind of the colours and everything. And then he created the cover for me. And it
Brilliant.
did well as well. Like I love the cover and it helped figuring out the second and third book cover as well.
Brilliant. Well, can't wait to see that and those when they come out next. We then have a question from Jade. If your book was a sex position, what would it be?
This is like between two people or like multiple people.
You choose. Why choose, baby? You choose.
Right, I've got in mind with five people, I think.
Whoa. Okay. Keep going. Tell us more.
So we have Doggy. So you can see Doggy style.
Yeah.
Guy underneath her in the V.
Yeah. I'm thinking. I'm picturing this.
Yeah. The other guy behind her in the other hole. So
Yeah.
she's that guy. And then another one in front in the
Got a
mouth.
bit of a Juno thing going on.
Hand with a so so she's using all holes.
Well, you
You need
heard it here
that.
first, guys. And that day, every hole was filled. Maybe that will be in book 2 or 3, guys.
I decided we'll be there.
I think now that she's mentioned it, we might have to see it.
Well, to be fair, like there is something to do with Ravina, which I can't reveal.
Yeah.
But may he orgies eats to do with magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, if we've got any artists on the live, could you please just try and sketch up that concept for us? Because I'm a visual person, just would be interested to see it. Um, we have a question from Beth. Can you quickly write in a really hot redhead with the name Beth?
Hmm. Maybe. Maybe. I do have some characters coming into the second book, so you never know. There might be a redhead.
There might be a redhead. I'm scared to ask this question now, considering the conversation we've just had about like the whole image. Have you ever considered releasing fan art of the characters in the book?
I do want to do that.
Yeah,
I want it drawn with certain scenes.
yeah,
There is one in my mind, and I would love someone to draw that, which
yeah,
eventually might get not done once the book is released. One
yeah.
scene, one or two, which are complete ones. So,
Love that. Love that. And that's a great question. Well done, Fionn. Let's see. Triggers the creative side. I love it. Will you need any beta readers? If so, may I volunteer myself?
well, I've got 10 lovely ladies in my group, and I am looking for two more. So,
Heard it here first, guys. If you are interested, there are 2 spaces available. Get messaging if you want to be part of the journey. We then have a Can we get a Flicker and Fiction Fury of the Bound collab? I mean, personally, I think that's a fantastic idea.
luckily, I do have sent for each of the characters in the book, which I have already done. So, yeah, I did message ages ago about eventually collabing each character into a candle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something I want to do.
Heard it here first. Again, look at all these revelations, guys. We're going to have some Flicker and Fiction Fury of the Bound collaboration, which is super exciting. And there's going to be some fantastic sense. And also, I would love it if, in one of the books, you could emanate some Darth Maul energy into one of the characters as well, because he's my hear me out guy. So
Mm,
if we could get him in there, that would be fantastic.
an orgy candle.
Let's see what else we've got here. Everyone's just very excited now about this candle situation. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the questions off now, and I do have a little bit of a surprise for you, Autumn. I have been quietly speaking to some of your readers in the background, and I have asked them to share messages with me or thoughts about the book or something that they wanted to share with you, and I am going to share them with you now, if that's okay.
Oh, so,
So we've got here, let me have a look. I've had magic, familiars, political drama, and why choose. Autumn's done an excellent job drawing us in and making us all fall in love with the characters. I can't wait to see how the rest of this story plays out. And then this individual has shared quite a few of their favourite quotes, so I'm going to pick 2 to share with the group. The first is those books were mine, my escape, the only place I could pretend. Just for a little while, that love, trust, and toe curling orgasms were things I might actually get to experience.
yeah, I like that one.
And then we also have looks like you're building your own little harem. How do you even know what a harem is? I can read, and can I say you read some very explicit material? We then have... Who do you think that was from, by the way, if you had to guess?
Is it Lauren?
No,
No, is it not Lauren? I don't know. I don't know who that would be.
that was Brit.
Oh.
We then have the next message. Where do I even start? I am so bloody proud of you. You have no idea. The absolute graft you have put into making the characters, the plot, and the writing of this book is honestly so inspiring. It's such a pleasure being a part of your team and watching you grow as an author behind the scenes. You have so much talent, and I'm so beyond excited for you to share that with the world. You as a person and your writing is such a breath of fresh air. I can't wait for everyone to be introduced and fall in love with the characters in the world you've created. Forever your biggest supporter, and I couldn't be prouder of you, girl.
Oh. Oh.
And this person also said, I tried typing that out like 5 times. And that was from Jade.
Oh, Jade. I was going to say Courtney or Jade.
Oh. We then have... I'm trying to sift through and just find them all quickly. We then have... Considering this is Autumn's first ever go at writing, the description she goes into within this writing is phenomenal. You can picture the world and the characters, and I'm not even a quarter of the way through. The amount she has captured with each chapter so far has me engrossed. I cannot wait to let this book fully encase me in such a magical place full of some gorgeous men. And that was from Courtney. That is the cleanest I've ever seen Courtney write anything. And to be honest, I was concerned. Like no mention of penises once. And I was impressed. But I think it's also a testament to what everyone thinks. We then have... Bear with... I love this book. It has me in a chokehold already, and I'm so excited to have it on my shelf. Malric and Ronan are fighting for my heart so far, but can't wait to see what else in this book has in store for me, and I'm so, so proud of you. That was Lauren, that one. And then we have an absolutely freaking delightful dark read to settle my why choose craving. I'm devouring each chapter and cannot wait to continue my unhealthy but completely valid obsession with these MCs. Kieran, I want him on his knees for me, obs. Sorry, Ravina. Give me all the chapters immediately. And that was Kerry.
Oh.
So that is just a couple of the thoughts that I've had. And I also have just a shorter message to say I am only a few chapters in at the moment, but I'm loving it and I can't wait to get to all of the spice. She should be so proud of herself. And I think that's them all. It was a nightmare today trying to like keep track of all of them that were coming in. So if I have missed any, girls, I apologise. I think I captured everyone that had sent me something back today. But obviously, I want to say that I agree with pretty much all of those statements, if I can be totally honest. I think you're an incredibly talented writer. I think you are an incredibly humble person. I think you need to sly brag a little bit more, if I'll be totally honest. I think the world that you're building is just akin to that kind of element of Fourth Wing. You know, it's up there, and the quality of the writing, in my opinion, sits up there with some of those great books. So you really should be proud of yourself. Be easier on yourself when that self-doubt and that harsh talk comes in, and just know that you've got a full tribe of people supporting you behind closed doors. So if you ever want to put those Pringles down and walk away, you need to talk to us because we will not let you do that. We are so incredibly proud of you, and you will have at least 20 purchases of your book when it first actually is released. And I'm so proud and privileged to be one of those people who gets to read it before everybody else does, and I can brag about that as well. Um, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming and doing this live, and thank you for sharing your writing with us. And I can't wait to see what you do next.
I've loved this, I really have. And I've
And
always like thought to myself, because I do speak to a couple of indie authors, and there was one who helped me a lot, who's called Willa Ray, and I always thought my writing is not as good as hers, but then hearing everyone else saying it is, it's proper like motivated me, but proper touched me because this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, and
yeah,
I love that. I do love that. Yeah.
yeah. And I think you should. And can I be the first to say, please do give up your day job and do this as a career, because you don't often hear the do give up the day job, but I absolutely think that you should. Um, have you got any parting thoughts that you want to give to the group before I just select one more quote to read to the team before we let everybody go?
Not really, no. Just yeah, two people I need to complete the street team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
If
oh,
anyone's interested, guys, please do
well, I'm
get in
not
touch.
not too far done from the first draft of the book. And when I tell you that I'll probably celebrate when it is complete, even without the editing,
Yeah.
I'll celebrate.
We will all have champagne.
Yeah. But
Okay, well, I have our parting quote, and it's parting words for, I think it emanates the book, really. So I will read this out and we will then say goodbye to everybody. So it starts with, and I wish I had like an MMC gravelly voice. I wish this was like a few days ago when I had tonsillitis and I sounded more sexy, but never mind. We'll roll with it. On your knees. Her eyes flicked to the mangled bodies behind me, blood still dripping from my hands. Why? I slid my thumb into her mouth, pressing down on her tongue, my other hand curling tight around her throat. Because I need to feel you choking on my cock before I bury myself so deep in your pussy, in the blood of your enemies. Now,
well, I'm gonna get you to be the narrator for the book.
I know, please put me onto the audio book team because I feel I could do a good,
Yeah.
I could be your Ravina. So that's it, everybody. Oh, Beth says, wait, I have a last question in capital letters. Should we let her answer? It's ask it. Go on then, one more. Ah, I beat you to it. She wants to come on and be on the audio book. It's my job now. I'll fight you for it, Beth. We'll have a fight out at the Christmas markets or something. We'll see who gets to do the job.
Oh, that's it. This is Market.
Right, well, that's a wrap. An hour and 15 minutes. You did amazing. For you as well, your first ever live. Do you feel
Not too bad, to be fair. Honestly.
cool? I'm glad I didn't like
Oh
But you
no.
can't bring her too much. So thank you everybody so much for joining. And what I will be doing after the live as well is looking at the recipient list. And Autumn has kindly, will be kindly donating one of her books once released to one lucky person who has joined the live today. So once I pull off the full list later, we will do a giveaway for that. And one of you will get the book once it is released in autumn by autumn. So have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up, and I will let Autumn close out this with her final message.
Um, I just want to say thank you for joining, and to my girls who have read the book already, well, part way through. Just been there for me through the whole journey, and I honestly couldn't have done it without any of you, really. And I love you all, and I'm so glad that I've met all of you. Yeah, and I can't wait for you to be on the journey for future books as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Brill. Right, well, thank you very much, and we'll see you later, everybody.
Mwah.
Bye.